I had such a hard time with this one. I don't know why it was difficult for me. I usually get the sketch down really quickly and go into to rendering really quickly, but I didn't really do it that way for this one. So a lot of it is just me like fiddling with the sketch and hating it. So it like completely changes halfway through, for the character at least. The background stays mostly the same, except for some reason I flip the canvas and just keep it flipped for the entire time. So yeah, but that's alright. I don't care about that. What I care about is that the character is not is not good. It's my character, Kayla. She she's a part of one of my stories that that are like gang members. She's the newest member of the gang. She gets roped into it because of an ultimatum. She she stole one of their watches. She stole the leader's watch or phone, and they chase her down to get her back. And they either want to kill her or be like, "Well, you are a good thief, so why don't you come join us?" you know, most stupidest way ever to join a gang, but I think it's silly. I think it's fun. It's I don't know. Maybe I can find a better way for her to like join the gang, like make it more of her choice too. But in this moment, I don't really have that. It's just it's thrust onto her, and she joins them. She she's like homeless before then, so they give her a place to stay. So she stays at their place. And the scene I was trying to make like her like settling in for the night for the first night, and she is just like she's having a rough time. She is not liking it whatsoever. So I wanted to show like her frustration, um, and her defeat in the piece. So that's what I was trying to convey, at least as in our terms. But you can be the judge of that. I'm not good at drawing emotions. I don't think all my emotions are like very subtle, which that could be a good thing, but that's not what I was going for. Uh, yeah. So yeah, I was. That's this like the story behind the piece is that just her first night in the in their communal house thing. So yeah, um, I wanted to talk about my rendering, how I render stuff. It's it's weird how I render stuff because um, and I don't like rendering like unless there's like dramatic lighting. I feel like if there's not dramatic lighting for me, it's just not fun. And I don't feel like it looks like something I drew. But then it just looks plain boring. So I always had to have dramatic lighting. But really what I do is I start with an outline, a really rough outline. My drawings, I don't really think I focus on the like the line art. It's more about the coloring. But yeah, I make sure to have like a decent outline of stuff before I go into it. But yeah, so you could you can see my outlining right now. You can see how that is, and how much I fiddle around with it. But yeah, I keep saying, but yeah, well, I am not good at talking on the spot. Can you tell? I don't re-record this because I don't have time for that. What? No, this is the middle of the night. Mm. Yeah, after flat colors, I usually try to get the like the big shadows in, like the shadows that are gonna be like the most predominant ones. So if it's like if the thing takes place at night, or in this case, a dark room with like one of those lights that come down on top of like the mirrors. I try to like get that in, and then after the main rendering is in, I then go back and I texture most things. I feel like texturing and how the light looks is my like the main thing with rendering. Like you need to give everything the right texture, the right feeling. Otherwise, when you add the lighting on top, it just kind of looks plain to me. It looks plain and boring, and I don't want plain and boring. I want it to be fun and exciting. So you must go back in and texture. Some things I don't texture, like paper, because what would I add to paper to make it texture? I guess there's some things you can do, but I think that texture's a little bit too small. But like with walls or like rocks, wood, like I always want to give those like a bump or a grain to them, so it makes sense. Shiny stuff also you want to make sure it's nice and shiny. Uh, a lot for some reason on Pinterest one time I saw someone coloring in a shirt, and the shirt was white, and they used blue and pink for the shirt. And now every single time I draw something white, I always have to use blue and pink to color in the white. I don't know why I do it. I just do, and I love it. It looks like the trans flag. It looks like cotton candy. I love it. It's so good. It's so yummy. I don't think I've ever rendered food before. That would be so hard. Cause hey, maybe I should try rendering food. I feel like that'd be hard though. This is my first time rendering a mirror, I think. So it was difficult. It was difficult to try to make everything look perfectly symmetrical and like it made sense. That's what my real problem was with the character, was that didn't, she wasn't like lining up in the mirror how I liked. And then when I added in the background, she didn't really look like she like fit in there. So I ended up just scrapping the whole character and just like remaking her in there to like fit better in with what I got down. And I think that was the right choice of like actually sketching her in like the environment, because before like the sketch, I usually do sketches and thumbnails in my sketchbook, and then I take a picture of them, send them over to my computer, and at the sketches are usually fine with the perspective, but I guess it just didn't get it down really good for this one. So it just looked weird when I tried to like copy it over exactly. So I like that I redid it. And I redid it, and I think I liked it a lot more. And then I fiddle with her face a lot because I'm terrible with expressions. Because I wanted to look upset and unamused. I feel like it takes her a long time to get into the groove of the gang and to actually find like to find that she actually likes them, and that they take care of each other in the gang. Because at first she kind of separates herself and doesn't want to really be a part of it. She's trying to protect herself from them. Because why would you trust a bunch of men that are literally carrying around knives and guns all the time and that are super violent and dangerous? Gonna catch me? No way. So she's also like, no, no, I will keep my distance. I'll collect my money and then leave as soon as possible. But no, that doesn't happen. She stays. She stays because she loves the game. She's a, I mean, like the polyamorous wife. When I originally made the story, it was it wasn't a polyamorous, right? She was in a polyamorous relationship with all the men. No, no, change that, change that, get rid of that. No, no, she only has one love interest now. The the man that initially gave her the ultimatum, um, Ethan. It's so fun. I love it. I love it. Ethan is the head of the gang, and he takes a liking to her real quickly. But he would never tell anyone. No, he is the type to keep that stuff in until he dies. Until he almost dies, and then he finally tells her how he feels. Tell her how he feels. Tell her how, I can't talk. Yeah. It's so fun. I love my characters. I love them so much. I wish other people like my characters. I don't have anyone to talk about with my characters. Like, I need art friends. I need art friends so for real. I love hearing about other people's characters. Like, I I watch YouTube videos all the time with just people like flipping through their sketchbooks and just like talking about their characters. Oh my god, yes, yes. Tell me about your babies. Tell me about your characters. I don't have anyone to do that with mine, so I talk about it here, where no one hears. No one hears me, but I am still talking about it, and I think that's the main part. It's just being able to talk about it and get it out of your head. Because like what I usually do is just draw them. That's my main way of expressing my characters. But I also write, like once in a blue moon, I will write about them. But I'm very particular about my writing. I always have been. So it's not fun for me if my writing isn't like exactly how I want to be because I feel writing is more concrete than a drawing. Because like I said, it I'm just fiddly with it, and it just takes me a long time to write something. But a drawing, I can just go like, oh, 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 I got a drawing done. It's done. Yeah, it's done and it's complete. And if it's not really what I'm going for, I can move on to the next one real quick and actually have something that I feel more accurately portrays my characters. And it's like just more fast with experimenting when when I draw. But it is nice to be able to talk about them. This is where Leon rendering comes in. This is like the last part of the video. Oh my god, and the rendering's finally coming in. Yeah. Um, so with hair, I like to have a desaturated version of the hair, a highlight, and then like a shadow. So it gives it dimension. I usually do it with all the parts of the body, but with this one, since there was no like really um like shadows that was really going for, because like it's dark and there's not shadows in the dark. You don't get double shadows in the dark. So I just like add with the secondary on the skin. And then I switch over to Krita. I usually use Sketchbook, but Sketchbook doesn't have a lot of like fun features like gradient maps and blur and like pixelation and stuff. I like making my stuff with like pictures. So I usually go over to Krita for those effects that I want. This is me playing with the textures. I usually do the same textures for everything, but I did a new one. So yeah, this is my this is my drawing. I think it turned out okay. Well, yeah. Anyway, do YouTube things, I guess, and watch my other speed paints. I don't talk in most of them, but they're fun, I guess. You know.